You're battling a storm. You have no idea when you're going to come out. You have no idea which way you're going. You just know you're in the middle of a storm. And you have two options. Lean in to God in your faith or give up. Which one are you going to choose? So this week, guys, continue conversation around storm, but how we can lean into God in your faith to get through the storm and know that the storm will not always be there and life will be better. So 2 things I want to talk about this week, guys. You're in the midst of that storm. You're still asking the why, the what, all these other things. Maybe you need to have that honest conversation with God. Have you sat down and just put it all on the table? When you pray and have that conversation with God, I have a problem sometimes praying because I feel it's too messy. Like God can't handle it. My gosh, think of that mindset for me. God can't handle my messy conversations, my praying with him. Maybe that's where you're at. Maybe you just haven't had a conversation with him whatsoever, and you continue to struggle on a daily basis. Maybe you don't believe in God. Maybe you don't believe in faith. That's something that you have to address yourself, but you also need to realize you are not alone in this journey, and you also aren't able to solve this storm by yourself. Even though we all think that we have the ability to solve every single storm we encounter, get into, we don't. It doesn't always work out that way. That it's not just me solving the storm. It's God. God is helping and guiding me through that storm and getting me into the right place. Having that daily conversation with God, whether it be in the morning, at night, during the day, multiple times, however you want to do it, you just need to be consistent and actually start doing it every single day. Be honest, be real, be humble, and just let it all out. There are times where I shed tears. There's times where I'm angry. There's times when I'm afraid. And when I actually get these emotions out, it helps me focus for my day. It helps me stay focused on the things that I need to be doing each day to get me forward and get me out of the storm. Example, yesterday, a couple things happened that's not so good for my storm, but I felt like there was a burden lifted off my back. And the things that have actually happened are really pushing the storm forward to be done. These will allow me to get my situation resolved one way or the other, which we're going down one path and I'm looking forward to that. But it just felt like the world came off my shoulders. God was looking out saying, hey, you needed to get that out and it needed to be out on the table. And it was put out. It's not like anything. The best way to describe it is everything that we're going through on this house deal in Indiana is every single day I'm pushed to the envelope on something financially. Yesterday, we got some good news that we have somebody that can actually fix the last portion of the house for us at an affordable rate. But it also allows us to find conclusion to where we can get the house inspected again and get that certificate of occupancy, which all this costs money. So that's the piece that's hard. So I have to sit down and talk to my business partner about it to be able to get that moving forward. It's a weight off my shoulders. It helps me know that we're getting closer to a conclusion. And I'm just tired of cutting checks. I'm just tired. And I've been ready for a while. But God has left me in this storm for a reason. And I'm still figuring that out on a daily basis. And as I learn, I will share more with you guys. But this is one of those things that it took us four quotes to find somebody that could actually quote us to get this work done at a reasonable rate. And one guy didn't even want to give us a quote, and he was really nice about it and just said, Ryan, if I quote you, it's going to be more than what you paid for to get that HVAC installed. He says, it's just too small of a job for me, and my business is not there at this moment. We'll have to pass, but here are some options. And he gave us options of people to call, and then we started talking to other people, and it's come full circle. Do I feel like we're on the right path? Yes. Do we have a bunch more work? Yes. There's still financial pressure, and there's still things on the table that need to be taken care of. Lastly, guys, is this. If you're not having that conversation with God on a daily basis, how are you solving your problems? How are you getting through that storm? I'm guessing you're just hanging on. And that's got to be tough, because just hanging on is not worth it. It is not. I'll tell you this. For the longest time, I thought talking and praying to God was a sign of weakness. It is not. It's a sign of strength. It's the first place I go every single day, put my feet on the ground, out of bed, and I start thanking God for the things that He did for me already. First thing, I've got 2 blessings. Open up my eyeballs, and I'm breathing. But if we're not thankful for what we have, how are we supposed to get through these storms? God's put us in these storms for whatever reason, and that's something between you and God. But I know mine was, I was chasing the Joneses, and the Joneses were on their way to being broke, and it didn't work. Humbling yourself, living well below your means, having faith that God is going to get you through the storm is huge. It's not easy to do, because we have problems when it comes to faith and trusting someone that we cannot see. It's going to take time. It's going to take effort. And it's also going to take time for you to put your face in the good book and be able to have that open dialogue and conversation with God on a daily basis of how you feel. But if you've been lukewarm, been on the fence, been thinking about it, this Sunday is Easter, the day that Jesus came out of the grave. Might be a good day to start going to church and see where you're at. If you need a local church, you're here in the West Valley in Arizona, let me know. Purpose Church, all the way. I'll get you connected. I'll help you out, whatever you need to do. Find a good local church. Go attend a service. See what it looks like. See if it's your cup of tea, your jam. And then have that daily conversation with God. See where it takes you. See what it changes inside of you, because that's what He's looking for you to do, to draw closer to Him. All right, guys, be safe, stay healthy. I'll see you guys on the other side. Have a happy Easter, and I'll talk to you guys next week.